Good evening, you guys. I just wanted to show you how I resin my tile for the coasters. I've already put my hardener and resin in this cup, and I used to measure it, but I was looking at one of the other creators, and she made a good point that you can go by the lines on this cup. So I started doing that. It's a little bit much trying to measure it and getting resin over my scale. So give it a try. One of the things that I did want to try, and I'm scared to try it, but I wanted to try, instead of getting my hands all resined, I wanted to try and use one of those sponge painters, the foam little brush. So I'm gonna see how that works. But I'm gonna finish on my resin, and let me show you right quick. So this is how I tape up the back. Now just make sure you tape it so that the resin will be easy to clear off of the back. You tape it, you can just pull it directly off. And I'm gonna try to do it with this brush. Okay, so I'm just going to pour it on, and I'm not going to put that much because I'm going to see whether I can spread it with this brush. I normally do it with my hands, but I want to see how this brush is going to work. One of the things that I've noticed is that my edges, even though I wipe, and try to make sure that I get on the edges, it does not, it misses, the edges a little bit. And it's just not the same coating that's on the top. Like it looks like some is missing from off the edges. So just want to try it and see how this works. These are the ones, the brushes, the foam brushes from Michaels. So these are not the ones from the Dollar Tree. The ones from the Dollar Tree are not as good. They tend to break off. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, and it doesn't take that much resin. I've been using way too much resin, and then I end up with more. I'm going to show you a project that I just finished for my mom once I get done with these, putting the resin on these coasters. Okay, hopefully these work out well because I'll probably be doing it again. I just like to keep one of my hands free from resin because, I need to touch other things and I don't want the resin all over everything. So I gave it a quick look, and it looks like everything is coated. I'm going to go back and look again. So just take your torch and get those bubbles out. I still have resin left. And you do supposed to have on a mask, guys. I can't talk with the mask on. But the next time that I do it, I will have the mask on. When I'm outside, I do wear the mask. And when I do it outside, which I did the other day, little pieces of lint or items just that are outside get into the resin. So trying to get a cleaner area, and I don't know that this area is necessarily clean, but trying to get a better area so that it won't have those little pieces falling into my resin, so that the resin will be, very clear. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I don't think that the resin was heated enough, and that's why all of those bubbles, are in the resin. But if you go back over them enough, it'll bust all of those bubbles. And so I still have some left. Sorry about the shake, guys. on the table, and the camera's on the table, so looks like need a little bit more resin here. And what I am going to do, I'm going to take that little bit of resin that I do have left and see if I could, get it on something so it just doesn't go to waste. But these are pretty much done. I'm going to just let these cure. But I did want to show you that project before I go. Okay, you guys, I've done smoothing over the resin. I see something in one of them. Okay, you guys, another learning mistake. So I tried to use the rest of the resin that was in my cup because I wanted to not, waste resin because resin is expensive. So I put the resin that I did have left on those other coasters, and it looks like it has a little bit of lint in it because I didn't take the time to wipe off the front of the coasters before I put the resin on. So it has a little bit of that lint in there. But I did want to show you this piece. This is glass. I painted for my mom, and then I resined it. So it's glass. I'm going to try to turn off the light to see if it's better. You can see it better. Hold on just a second. So, well, can't really see it. It's going out without the light. So, but that 24 karat gold is really shiny and it's quite beautiful. So that's all for today, you guys. I do have a special project coming up that I haven't done yet, and I'm still getting prepared for that.